Most 17-year-old kids are probably spending their time playing video games, hanging out with friends, or just doing dumb teenager things. But there was one kid from Brooklyn who knew that he was capable of so much more. Him, along with his high school buddies, used their talents to create something special. 1999 by Joey Badass is widely regarded as one of the greatest mixtapes of all time. It's a boom bap style of project that pays homage to the golden era of hip hop and the legends from that era. At just 17, Joey, along with a little help from his friends, almost single-handedly put East Coast hip hop back on the map and started a legacy that no one will ever forget. So today we're going to look back on how this record came to be and see how Joey Badass created a classic before he turned 18. Not much is known about the background of 1999, but what we do know is that from a young age, Joey Badass knew he would be connected to hip hop. But he wasn't the only one. Joey had a tight group of friends that he liked to create music with, which eventually led to the creation of the hip hop collective Pro Era. Members included Joey, Capital Steez, CJ Fly, Chuck Strangers, Kirk Knight, and more, with all of them playing pivotal roles in the story of 1999. During a 2018 interview with Genius, Joey would explain how Pro Era came to be. Quote, "I remember when I first met Steez before we formed Pro Era, we were just hanging out. We were just kids from the same school who were aware of each other, and we knew that we rapped. I remember seeing Steez all the time, and it's like, I seen that he wasn't going super serious with his craft, so I used to always tell him, bro, is this not what you want to do? Is this not something you're trying to make serious? And he just said, yeah, I mean, I will eventually. That was always his attitude, so I feel like I almost kind of pushed him a little bit too. I was like, yo, bro, get serious, because I never met somebody as talented as you. So that just turned into us hanging out more, us creating music more, cutting class, and we used to go into the auditorium, and behind the stage, there was this super huge wardrobe room. So we would cut class, we go back there, and we literally set up a whole studio. Me, Steez, Power, CJ, and a few other homies in the school, and then we just turned it into an everyday thing. And then eventually, we were just like, yo, we're a thing. You know what I mean? We gotta make it official. And then Steez came up with the name, and then boom. Pro Era would have a huge presence on 1999, with Chuck Strangers having production and feature credits on the mixtape, with CJ Fly, Steez, and Kirk Knight all having features on the tape. During the creation of this mixtape, Joey was heavily inspired by the boom bap sound that came before him. Guys like MF Doom were these legends that had inspired Joey, and he vowed to encapsulate that sound in the modern era. Before he had ever heard Doom, Joey had actually dreamed of getting signed to Young Money, the mainstream course of rap. But once high school started and he got into the underground scene, Doom really connected with him. So much so that Joey has referred to Doom as the North Star that got his early career rolling. Doom's influence inspired Joey so much that Penny Royal and World Domination off 1999 used beats produced by the man himself. Joey also rapped on beats produced by Jay Dilla himself, really encapsulating that boom bap sound. As far as promotion for the tape goes, Waves, which is one of my favorite songs off the project, was released as a single, but the song that people really know this project for is Survival Tactics. Survival Tactics is a collaborative joint between Joey and Steez, with the former using and borrowing flows from older rappers in order to pay homage to that style of hip hop. Despite a great outing for Joey, it was Steez that just takes the show. You just listen to some of his verse.
I'm in Marty McFly mode, so tell him that the future's back, riding on hoverboards, wiping out motherboards, stop spitting fire cause my motherfucking lung is scorched. King Arthur when he swung his sword, or King Arthur, I ain't even use a pen in like a month before.
In a Q&A with Genius, Joey was asked if he and Steez knew they had something special brewing with this recording. Here's his answer. We knew that this shit was fire. We just knew this song was hard. It was the hardest song we recorded to date. We all were so excited about this song that we put it up out of excitement. We probably recorded in like September when it was still warm outside, and we just put it out in November. And then the video finally came in February of 2012. But we put this shit out in 2011, like on our SoundClouds and all that. In total, 43 songs were curated for this project, and it was whittled down to just 15. The kid had drive. 1999 was released on June 12th, 2012 as a free digital download. You have to keep in mind, this was a mixtape, so Joey was just trying to get his name out there. It took a while, but eventually after his debut album release in 2015, Joey put Summer Nights and 1999 on streaming services and for sale on iTunes. Critics loved this project, praising how well it was put together and the talents of the young man behind the mic. Many years later, Joey announced a sequel titled 2000, and although it's not as good as 1999, it's still a great album. As far as my own personal experience with 1999 goes, when I was first getting into hip-hop around middle school and emerging into high school, I never heard of Joey Badass, but as high school progressed and I was sort of gaining more consciousness into hip-hop and trying out new things, a buddy of mine had recommended that I listen to 1999, and I figured I'd never heard of this before, what is this? But I trusted him, and I played it, and the rest is history. I love this album. As you can see right up there, I have the vinyl for this album, or mixtape rather. I love this project, and a while back I had released a top 10 albums of all time, as in my top 10 favorite albums of all time, and I had put this project at number 10 on that list, and I absolutely would not change my ranking because that was a ranking of just any genre, any artist, top 10 projects of all time, my favorites. And I would absolutely not change that ranking because this project is so well put together from top to bottom. The production is just phenomenal. I mean, obviously you got guys like Doom, you got Jay Dilla, but you have other producers on this track too that simply deliver. And on top of that, the lyrics, the verses, the double entendres, it's all so well put together. All the features are really well connected. And you have some low-key songs like Snakes and Don't Front. They're a little bit more laid back with their lyrics and stuff like that, but the production and just the overall greatness of those songs just oozes out, and just every song on this project is an absolute must listen. There are no skips, and I love this project. Thank you all for taking the time out of your day to watch this. It is always greatly appreciated, whether you like, you watch, you comment, whatever you do. Thank you. If you want to follow me in any of my socials, the links to those are down in the description. I'm pretty active on Twitter. And with all that out of the way, I will see you on the flip side.